Ready for some football now from Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Today, a good one on tap in the AFC South. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. A return now from the 4. And he's stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw right away. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
This one is really close, Mike. He makes the catch, but I don't think he's able to establish that possession with both feet in bounds. Could have been a really nice pickup, but instead, it's going to result in an incompletion.
Now, second down throw for Lawrence. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And it's going to be third down.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down. Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
On fourth down, here's the AFC Pro Bowler from a year ago, Logan Cook to punt. Back deep for the Colts, Anthony Gould. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Now a play fake. Jones. In trouble, and down he goes. Foye in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
That is caught downfield by Pierce. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big gainer for Indianapolis.
It's a gain
32 yards.
First down.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end. Because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. Jones, gonna hang on to it here. And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
10 yards.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. And the Colts are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the one, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in. Second down.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Taylor. And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's third and goal.
They keep it on the ground twice, Mike, and they have no success. So now if you're the play caller, that starts creeping into your head. Do you have confidence in a third attempt, or now do you try to change it up and go play action and put the ball in the air?
They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Colts. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return. The Jaguars offense ready to get going with their second possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is first and 10. They go play action for Lawrence. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes. That's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receiver's saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit. So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
Third and 11. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And it's going to be fourth down.
It's fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Colts offense ready for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Left side, that is caught by Warren. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Indianapolis.
And the Colts.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. It'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to sneak it here, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Here's Taylor, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Jones. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The former first overall pick in 2022, Trayvon Walker. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long. That's Pierce in motion. On 3rd and long, it's Jones. That one brought in by Warren. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this 3rd drive. Play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. That one's down down the field, but it is incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
That's good.
That pass play good for 22. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
42-yard line.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Brings up.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. Here's a 3rd down and 4 as we are ready to get back underway. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. First down and more inside the 25. They are not having success on defense. That play picks up 19 yards.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And the Jaguars are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
4-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation.
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
2nd down, Lawrence. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. Catch made right side by Thomas. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. So it is 4th down, and that'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. This about as short as you can get. Little's kick is good. And And the Jaguars are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tyler Goodson. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, the lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Jones. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That one complete to Pierce. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 19 yards. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. The 2-time Pro Bowler, Josh Hines Allen, gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Jones. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Stanley's kick is good, and the Colts go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Jags offense getting set to get back to work. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one caught left side. That's Strange. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
13 yards.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Charvarius Ward on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Strange. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Back into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 10.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. That's swung out to Etienne. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Here's Lawrence to throw. The outside, complete to Thomas. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Jacksonville.
12 yards.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's complete to Etienne. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Etienne. Open space inside the 10. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 10.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Anthony Gould now to return. He'll get this pass the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Colts offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Quickly to Pittman. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. And he'll take this to the 35, and that'll move the chains. It's a 1st down.
And the Colts, 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Gun, it's Jones. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Over the middle, he's got Warren. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he's going to have to eat this one. And down he goes. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. Good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Jaguars offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They go play action for Lawrence. Over the middle by Thomas. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
So a big one there to start the drive. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the
Those are the explosive
49-yard
pass
line.
plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're 2nd as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
First and 10. They put Strange in motion. A 1st down throw for Lawrence. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. There's a short one. He's got Strange. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he's in! What a drive! Trevor Lawrence, touchdown Jacksonville.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Is good. Makes the score Jaguars 17, Colts 10.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. The Colts offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Jones operating out of the pistol. And this one is caught by Pierce. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Here's second and 2. To throw, it's Jones. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try. They'll spot this at their own 48, meaning this is a 62-yard attempt.
His kick is no.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
The Jaguars have the field goal unit on the field. This a yard short of the record from 65 yards out. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. On first down, they'll start with Calvin. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
At the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 8. Jones keeping this one.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Third and 5. Throwing, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Jaguars offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with first down. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3. Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
A carry here for Etienne. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. He'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
The Jaguars.
Well, they hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Etienne. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Once again, it's Etienne. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is. And he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch. And even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Shotgun now for Jones. Down the field, he's got Warren. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 31
A big
yards.
play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at
The most
47
valuable
yard
real
line.
estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
And he's brought down so close to the goal line. Didn't get all the way, but he'll be down at the
It's a
1.
pickup of 46
A big
yards.
run from
That's
Taylor.
another.
Pickup of 46
First down.
yards.
1st and goal
Wow, I
at
mean,
the
he's going to
1
be
yard line.
disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. Good blocking, and he's in. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Colts. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
The Jaguars offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. On 1st down, Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd
Brings
and
up
5.
2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
A give for Etienne, heading right. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Tackled back at the 28-yard
So the offense
line.
trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
In a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. It's Jones. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with second and long, third and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing now is Jones. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
Jones going to try and throw on third down. Swing over the middle and take it in by Pittman. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a Colts first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
They fake the handoff. Now Jones. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
13 more yards.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Jones. There he goes again. And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5.
18 more yards.
He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary. But then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short. But not until after he sets his guys up.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Makes the score Colts 24, Jaguars 23.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down. Here's Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
No gain on the play.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Second down, Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up third down.
A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is third and inches. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Etienne now on first and 10. Not much happening there. Just a short game.
He was brought down at the 26. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Rolling to the left.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Lawrence. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being...
And he's in! Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown Jaguars. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop?
In trouble, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Cam Little to kick
So
off for
now
the Jaguars.
playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return is Goodson. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
34-yard line.
The Colts offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Jones. Left side, that is caught by Warren. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
23 yards.
Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And he'll wind up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 14-yard line.
It's a gain of
That one
29.
good for 29.
That's another.
This is an area of Daniel Jones' game, Mike, that I think people often overlook. He is sneaky fast, and when he gets out into open space, very rarely can anybody catch him.
Jones now on first down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Jones sacked.
Foye getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Moving to his left.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jones. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jags offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, here's ETN. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 16
They get 16
yards.
on that connection. First down, Jacksonville.
First down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, It doesn't get much bigger than this.
Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he will go all the way. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Makes the score Jaguars 36, Colts 32.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return is Goodson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now, Jones. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on 1st down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
Now, Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle this situation. Do they try to slow play this and try to score without giving the ball back? Or do they try to strike as quickly as possible? So, first things first, they got to convert this 3rd down.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. But Jaguars offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. In motion is Myers. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's ETN. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Colts' 47-yard line.
Second and 10. Now this looks like a design run. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Lawrence gives this one to ETN, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's ETN, and he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll try and run for the first with ETN. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
A loss of 2 yards.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
42-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Here's Gould on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So, Daniel Jones and the Colts down by 7. 34 seconds to go. They need a touchdown and an extra point to tie it. They come up with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
It is 2nd and a yard. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. So it's a win here for the Jaguars. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.